It's his first lead role in a feature film, and sure you will agree with me that he killed it. I'm talking about comedian Bovi. He stars in this romantic comedy, For One Love. The movie is about a young woman, Uju Amadi, who has a lofty dream of being a world-renowned poet. Bovi is in our spotlight today.
Mom, I will not do more than my job here. And besides, I'm engaged to Osaze.
Indeed. That one. Eh? That one. That good for nothing.
From the producers of Brothers Keeper and Jafar comes a new comic thriller, For One Love, which is coined from the accepted Nigerian lingo for advanced fee fraud 419.
Still can't believe you haven't gotten a dime out of this man.
See, I only agreed to do this to console the poor man.
You know, when you steal money from somebody, it's 419. But when you steal love, it's something that people had never thought about. But when I started doing the research, it was like, we have to cut from what we have now, which are about 110, 15 minutes. We had about I had to cut off about 20 minutes. So that in doing the series, a lot of things will come into play because there are a lot side of it, a lot of things that has happened about all those kind of online scam, and it's still happening. So the research was very, very deep.
He brings his friends here, he becomes your best son-in-law, right?
Two of the movie's lead characters, comedian Bovi and Anthony Monjaro, share their filming experience.
You know, this is a different level of scamming now. You know, you do scams where, yes, it involves emotions, but this one actually targets the heart. And we actually take it to a different dimension, hence For One Love. My character is Jasper. He is more of what you have in the sex industry for the females as Madame. I've been there for a while, I'm now the Don. I'm now the guy who actually now sends boys out there to do certain things. I am more of a cameo, or not a cameo, but more of a focal role, not a sub-lead, but a focal role, and that stands out. And my own character, what was my research? I haven't done it before. So I did a lot of research online and really understood the dynamics of a pimp and a madame as well. So you combine those two together, the pimp being the man and then the madame being the woman who actually, you know, gives girls out. Me this time, I was actually using guys to run the business. You know, so it's a lot of things, and then obviously I had to bring my own bravado into it, my own personal touch, to make it that, to give it that extra Monjaro feel.
Osaze?
Yes, what?
Madam Agnes is unhappy with you. Can you explain to me why?
She came with her friend.
So?
Her friend is 60 years old.
So what?
That wasn't part of the plan.
Offering you 3 times the initial amount wasn't part of the deal either.
Boss, see, the truth is, if you were in my shoes...
I have been in your shoes. How do you think I got here? They're really doing nice manicure here. Ah, come on, cheer up. It's only a threesome. Go. Veronica?
Happy massage, sir.
Thank you. Get out of here.
I love stories, and for me, you can make a good movie without popular faces as long as the story is good. You know, that's what obtains all over the world. Yes, there are movies that faces sell. You get, but when people watch those movies, the next thing is how long do they stand the test of time? You know, so for me, For One Love was a good story. I'm a sucker for good stories because I'm a storyteller myself. You know, it had a very powerful beginning. The plot was also very engaging, and then it rose to that climax. It wasn't boring from start to finish. There are scripts that come to you as an actor, and halfway through you already know you're not going to make that picture, you know. But for this one, it got me curious to see how it was going to end. Say, yeah, for me, it was the story.
The man is a billionaire. He is worth billions.
So, he's a very nice man.
And a very generous one. That's what you should never forget. He is very generous. They say givers never lack. Do you understand? Which means the more they give, the more they will get. So stop getting in his business between him and God. Face your own business and collect from him, because as a matter of fact, you not collecting from him, you are stopping God from giving him. I've told you, act fast.
A lead role in a feature-length movie provides Bovi with a different kind of challenge.
I think that's practically the second reason I took the script. Most people try to put me in a stereotypical, you know, point of view, if that phrase is correct. But the bottom line is, my character was interesting to watch, but not trying to be funny.
True.
You know, dubious, yes, but funny, no. However, everything we were doing, you know, because the scam and all, the way we were going about it, the syndicate he was running, it just made us look stupid, you know, to a large extent.
And it's all down to a good script and a good writer as well. Sometimes you don't have to be funny.
You don't have to
just
be
go
funny.
what the situation is, and it becomes funny.
It becomes funny, you know. So as an individual, I wasn't trying to be funny. But the scenario, like you said.
But Bovi being Bovi, he is funny.
You to turn it on. Let me die. Let me die.
No, you will not die.
Let me die.
You will not die.
Wato, this is Alhaji Dantata Buhari.
That poor man is in a wheelchair, money.
Giving Bovi the lead role was a strategic move from the producer.
For that role, immediately I saw the role, I said I was going to give it to a comedian, because the character is not a comic character. But the best of it can come out as a comedian, because whatever a comedian does is infectious to his or her fans. So I just gave it to him. And I'm very, very sure nobody could have done better justice to that job than him. Trust me, if you see that film, if you see him rather in the character, he was just living his life. It was like, this guy is, I think this is his character. Sorry, it's a bad character, but he was living it well. And I have not enjoyed watching somebody in such kind of, you know, he gave it another tune, spiced it up, and he was playing it like, at times I would go back to the script to check, is this guy actually acting what was in the script, or did he bring something else? And it was what was in the script. But the way he rephrased things and make it so simple and likable, I am proud of him in that film.
Shut down all the Facebook pages immediately.
Whenever he brings his friends here, he becomes your best son-in-law, right?
Use your senses. Away from number 6.
To be honest, to be really honest, I didn't do much work, because those who know me know that the funny me is like an alter ego that pops up more on stage. Outside the stage, behind the screens, I'm a very detailed businessman that likes money. You know? So I'm just, you know, it wasn't difficult for me, you know, getting into that role. I like serious roles. I like versatile roles. And it's going to take time for people to accept that, you know, because they've known me as a comedian more. Yes.
Traffic and all that. Problems at work? No. My elder brother visited.
4-1 Love, the movie, stars Kenneth Okonkwo, comedian Bovi, Ebele Okaro, Bryce Bassi, Lillian Esoro, Bobby Michaels, and many others. The movie was produced by Okey Ezugwu and directed by Ikechukwu Onyeka.
Look at you. Come. Come for daddy.
Baby, yes. You're an artist.
Ah, really? Ooh, and you are well endowed.
Naughty boy.